Let me ask you, who's not crazy about Harry? Harry Connick Jr. is who I'm talking about. Yep. But wait, there's more, a whole lot more. And his incredible, beautiful wife, Jill Goodacre. They are both here to talk about her private 5-year battle with breast cancer. We're going to talk to them live in just a moment, but first a look at their enduring love and the impact her diagnosis has had on their family.
This is a song that I wrote for Jill.
When Harry met Jill, it was love at first sight.
So I loiter.
Jazz sensation Harry Connick Jr., married for 23 years to former model and actress Jill Goodacre.
It's that Victoria's Secret model, something Goodacre.
Hi, Mom, it's Jill.
She's right, it's Jill.
The couple, who have 3 daughters, appeared together on Harry's talk show last October.
All I wanted to do was grow old with you and, have as many years as possible as I could with you.
Jill revealed how their life was turned upside down after a routine health scan in 2012.
I did the mammogram. They said everything looks great. Then I was headed into my sonogram because when you have dense breasts, it's good to get also a sonogram. And they came back in and said something looks a little funny. And so I went for a biopsy the next morning, and I got the call that I had breast cancer. And it was one of the hardest days of my life.
Do you remember telling the girls?
That was the worst of all. They were so in shock. It was just devastating.
5 years later, Jill is in remission and teaming up with her husband to raise awareness for early detection.
You have to do it, and it's
Right.
better to know, and you find out early, it saves your life.
They're advocating not just screening for breast cancer, but also for colorectal cancer, which is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the U.S.
My mother died of cancer. We both have been touched by cancer.
The couple is partnering as paid spokespeople for an at-home colon cancer screening test called Cologuard. Medical experts recommend consulting with your doctor and that this should not be considered a substitute for a colonoscopy.
It's all about taking control of your own health.
Please welcome once again Jill Goodacre and her husband Harry Connick Jr. Thank you both. I have been wanting to sit down and talk with you when we all were watching your show back in October. We did not know what you have been going through, and a lot of people don't know that the journey continues. You're doing well, but that it's been a very difficult last few weeks for you, Jill.
Yes, it has. I am doing well, but one day at a time. I'm feeling better and better. But it's just so important, as you know, early detection, and I'm here to talk about it.
Well, I'm glad that you are, and that you are somebody that's been very private, and this is very important to you, to come forward and to, as my mother would say, make your mess your message, and your message is about early detection.
Early detection, and also my message is if you have dense breasts, ask your doctor and get a sonogram, because my breast cancer was not detected with a mammogram, and a sonogram saved my life.
Amen. I'm the same way. It's at the same thing. It was the mammogram came back fine, and luckily I had the second test, and it determined that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, same
That's
thing.
amazing.
So what is the message here? What is it that you all are doing and want to make sure that people are aware of?
Well, as Jill said, it really is about early detection. And now that I'm 50 and Jill is a couple years older than me, even though she looks about 20 years younger than I am. Well, she would have said it if I didn't say it. But when I turned 50, Jill started saying you have to go get a colonoscopy, and I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to deal with the prep and the sedation and the time off work and all of that. And what I found out is if you talk to your healthcare provider and you're over 50 and at average risk, you can get screened in a non-invasive way. You don't have to go to get a colonoscopy. You can use this product that I use called Cologuard because it's the most preventable yet least prevented cancer. They have one in 3 Americans are not getting screened for colon cancer. That's 35 million Americans, and 90% of this cancer could be treated if it were detected early. So there's a website called the50.com, which can tell everybody about it, because 50 years old now is different than I think it used to be when we were kids. So it's really, really important to get screened, and there's options now that are better.
There are different options, but we also have to stress that in many cases, and it's not a substitute for colonoscopy, but having this, because some people don't have access to a doctor, so this is another way.
That's exactly right. And you can learn about, if you go to new50.com, you can learn about all of that, because there's a lot of stuff that I needed to learn that I had to look up as well.
When a family member is diagnosed with cancer, it affects the entire family.
It does.
You know, and we saw you on your show.
Right.
I love being there. And how were you able to, with all that was going on with Jill and all going on at home, to continue on as you did?
Well, I think this is my life, so this is my hero. Everything else, there's an expression that we use in Louisiana that you know called lanyap.
Oh, yeah, baby.
That means bonus.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that's it. So, you know, lanyap is something that's extra. My career is lanyap. This is what we live for. If you're not healthy, your whole life is going to be sent into a state of disarray. So, you know, my mother's death sort of put me on a different kind of path. Jill's cancer diagnosis put me on another kind of path. I just want to make sure that this hero of mine is healthy, and then anything else that comes after that is bonus, really.
Yeah, Jill, I'm so happy for you. That I know this is not easy.
Thank you.
It is not easy to come out and to discuss something, but your hope is to make that difference. We've heard already from people when they saw your show with Harry that they went to the doctor, that they got screened.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I'm hearing that more and more, getting letters.
We got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of responses. A lot of people came to me personally and said, one woman said, I went to the doctor the next day. I didn't know about dense breast tissue. They found a tumor and I had the surgery the day after that. We heard that so much, and I'm like, you know, I'm so proud of you for doing this, because Jill's very, very proud of it.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's an amazing thing.
It is an amazing thing, and you are an amazing couple. What will be 24 years in April?
Yeah,
24 years?
we've been together 28 years, and we married 24.
How have you put up with him all these years? How have you done that, Jill?
He's awesome.
And you know what
She's
else?
only saying that because we're on live television.
That's it.
She don't say that at home, I promise you that.
You know what else is awesome? Your show. And there are people who are outraged that it's ending in September, and I hope that it finds another home. It is
Thank you, Robin.
uplifting, it's inspiring.
Thank you very much.
All right? Thank you, Jill. Thank you both very much. We're going to be right back.
Thank you.
Lanyap, baby.
Lanyap.